And this is the truth about the state of Ofori Atta. Papa no ne ho fa no. He's not well. Ebusianfo ha Ghana 7 TV GH. Mestre or like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you'll be notified. Ebusianfo, let's start with breaking news now. And this is the breaking news. And it says, Honorable Ken Ofori Atta, a former Minister of Finance, has been detained by U.S. immigration over visa status. This is our first topic. And let me read to you a news item from as reported by Assassin Radio. The title reads, ICE detains Ofori Atta, U.S. legal team working to have him released. It reads, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in the United States of America has detained former Finance Minister Ken Ofori Atta, but his U.S. legal team is working frantically to have him released. Lawyers for Mr. Ofori Atta in Ghana, Minka Premo Oseibonso, Bruce Catlin, and partners have stated in a public notice. The MPOBB public notice, MPOBB no a law firm representative of Ofori Atta or Ghana ha. Public notice issued on Wednesday, 7th January 2026 and signed by Justice Kissi Minka Premo Esquire, noted that the detention resulted from challenges regarding the status of Mr. Ofori Atta's continued stay in the United States. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, as of yesterday, detained the former Minister of Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori Atta, regarding the status of his current stay in the U.S. His U.S. legal team is in contact with ICE and expects the matter to be resolved expeditiously. Mr. Ofori Atta has a pending petition for adjustment of status, which authorizes a person to stay in the U.S. legally past the period of validity of their visa. Under U.S. law, a change of status by this method is common, the public notice issued. The public is therefore advised to note that he is a law-abiding person and is fully cooperating with ICE to have this issue resolved. His legal team is in contact with ICE and working blah, 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 blah. Now, Ebusianfo Assembly say, yen former finance minister, yen dodo yen say, yenidin Ken Ofori Atta. US he has a little issue with US for immigration. Yen say Donald Trump be president no. They are trying as much as possible to purge US of foreigners. Now in that effort, to purge their nation of foreigners, no, they are forced to take some measures are not really, you know what it means, okay? Now it so happens, in the U.S. carrying out this very purging of foreigners from Omo country, no, Honorable Ken Ofori Atta happens to be one of the people that are currently under detention. You see, a detainee will be say nipa ni restricting no, and the nipa kuna go to a state office be he cannot move because from there no the most obvious way if he's not resolved he say be deported ko ukrum. So that is what is happening. Now, a same way, I want us to pay attention to some very facts. And the reason I'm bringing it forward is say, when you read this story and you see the natural progression of the semi-hour story, it goes to debunk a lot of propaganda NDC4 now about even Ofori Atta and say he has run away and all. Number one thing I want you to look at is that the reason for U.S. authorities, immigration for detaining Ofori Atta is because ebiani visa are expire. Because you realize, per the wording of the story, you see, Ofori Atta has applied for an extended stay status. Extended stay, which means even visa Ofori Atta applied for OG Ghana Hano, he did not even intend to stay in US for even beyond 1 year. Let's listen carefully. Ofori Atta, ni visa okra muno, they call US no. He did not intend to stay in US beyond 1 year. He did not. Okay? And he said, NDC ni bi beka kyerɛ say, Ofori Atta ewia skabi. And he on them say, eba be swear in Mahama no, and or tumrika, and or koji visa, and or joane ko US no. And ye nukre, because anka, if Ofori Atta had wanted to run away from Ghana and to go and stay in US in perpetuity, anka, he will not go for a 1 year visa. But anka Ofori Atta did not have any intention, okay, to not to return to Ghana, not to be accountable for his stay as finance minister of this nation, one of the longest serving finance ministers of this nation. Anka his visa will not be just a year visa. And I say, maybe when we had lost 2024 election, I could let me apply for even a longer stay visa, maybe a 5 years visa, multiple entry. But the mere fact say, a baku 1 year visa that he got shows he clearly was coming for a year in medical treatment, or Wianka he's returning to Ghana to come and live his life, his normal life. And wow, we are NDC ni. Now, usoria, you are listening to Kissi Agyabeng, you are listening to Sami Jemfimu, you are listening to how do you call it? Felix Kwachemu say Ofori Atta has run away from Ghana. Today, you are seeing with your naked eye, as reported by Joy News, reported by Sasi Radio, reported by Modern Ghana Web. Say the reason Ofori Atta is having issues with ICE, immigration of US, no, is because of the visa period. Number 2 point now, I want you to pay attention to Nini say. This issue happening right now about Ofori Atta, no, it has nothing whatsoever to do with Kissi Agyabeng OSP. It has nothing to do with Attorney General. Omunim hushi. So don't let anybody lie to you. Say, oh, Kissi Agyabeng na petition Interpol, and a petition no intina Ofori Atta ya detain no US on entro. Number 3 ni say US for who say insema special prosecutor Kissi Agyabeng any Attorney General na Mahama government way kwanya omudi Ofori Atta fa no ensem hu no omudi omwehu. Because look, if US they detain anybody with an outstanding warrant in any nation across the world, now US for nim pass nipa no guilty, by now anka they will have deported. Ofori Atta will have been on a flight coming to Ghana. If Ofori Atta was guilty of anything, as NDC4 want us to believe, anka ICE for etimi detaining to say ebia 1 or 2 issues with his visa no, anka by now our flight ma ya notify Ghana police say Ofori Atta is coming in. Maybe your background he will be coming with US marshals, because that one he will be treated as a fugitive. But right now, as you and I are speaking, Ofori Atta is being accorded the due respect and the due courtesy as a foreigner in US in good standing in his home country. Ofori Atta right now, our US no, he's been accorded courtesies, okay, as a foreigner in US in good standing in his home country. And you can clearly see, say, in Sema Kissi Agyabeng, say, what discover BB, what started trial B, what trauma Interpol B, internationally, no, ye who say, abrofone who say, ye consasem no moody. Abrofone who say, ye witch hunting no muye. That is why they are not minding them. Even if not for transparency's sake, if not for transparency's sake, if not because Ofori Atta ankasa person ni lawyers no, update Ghanaians say, oh, say ni ekosuo my brabo mo no. Anka, I can bet you say, Ghana government no, they wouldn't even have known say in some way CC. They would not have known of anything like this. Because why? They are busy stealing your money. They are busy increasing electricity. So no one should deceive you. Someone being detained also no, and yes, Nipano has been arrested. Detention is not the same as imprisonment. And as you have read in the story, no, this is something very simple that his lawyers are going to resolve in no time, and is going to return to have his treatment. Or when the treatment now, Obeba Ghana, home sweet home. And then Ofori Atta is not scared of coming back to Ghana. All the issues are NDC for Kissi Agyabeng say they want Ofori Atta to answer to no. Go and look at 2021 vetting. Koshe, Ofori Atta ni vetting 2021 no. He answered all those questions. Everything. Oyano. As after vetting Ukraino, ye kai say parliamentary committee be etinase. And they called him again. He came and he answered everything. And that committee no unanimously NDC for ni MPP for na committee ni so omo nyina ka bom ka say Ofori Atta wanye hwe. Okay? I know there is a case in court. I don't want to prejudice it. Okay? But what I'm saying is, what we know from the past, say, Assembia, Kissi Agyabeng, Ekase, all against Ofori Atta, no. During the vetting, no, most of those questions has been answered. Why you no? Now, NDC for the year ni mo say bibia na mo dey propaganda. Asema mo nim hu hwekra no, asema we baa no, na ya chicken Ofori Atta, ya chi omo nim hu hwi. Ba ye nim say NDC for no, o madwin so. They have some of them, I mean, maybe today I'm not feeling like using those words, but that is the truth, okay? And this is the truth about the state of Ofori Atta. Papa no ni hu fa no. He's not well, health-wise, frankly speaking to you. And we Ghanaians know, let me tell you, I know very well, say, if this man, God forbid, but something happened to him, we would all be here. Oh, Ofori Atta was a good man. He was one of the best finance ministers we had. Under him, we achieved single-digit inflation. Under him, we were able to get to double figures growth. I know we know Ghanaians. When someone dies, you find all kind of sweet words. That is when we know we are able to remember the person for the goods the person has done. But Ofori Atta has served this country. And everyone who serves this country from day one knows very well that I'm serving this nation. Tomorrow, I will be held accountable. That is why year after year, there is auditing. There is auditing year after year. So that is the story about Papa Ofori Atta. Now, let's go to some of our issues, our topics for tonight.
This recently, I said this is a break of a fan. I call you, no matter reverted back to our friends, government chest. No, Ibrahim, no more. That's all. What's funny?
Na una ye juma ma the man ga wodi ya oka.
Didn't say you try to cast say the on the me say Marcus. The a friend is a Christopher a kukudam. I saw four pastors prayer. Yeah, go second forensic audit. None the homes run.
Oh ye juma ni ye. Every big leaders. Oh
Okay.
ye juma ni good.
And the best
Every big leader.
our friends, the delegates in the best. Almost for when Nipa Janium. No, I know said they will never make it and disappoint. Me say, that be a mac.
Oh you.
Me that be a make aqua one me madam for be a me argument. Recently was Charlie Asama okay, oh yeah, no crap say, Master, aqua one. None the argument was that do I think so? Can the best say Kasa and Nam say, we know who was some Nipa. Obi o ha nipa titiri ni eso ano o bunu wa o tiri so abo no obeba mo abo
Unya wo zo ni. Agree ba so ta ya kufina o so je sisi ana. Ta boy no so na no ebro no kra ne nyu agi. Na yakọ form 1 na senior TikTok guy bi akwa coding concern na onyimdo yi do small boy no couple. On no kwan the whole day. La bra frana me na no senior na bro
ya wa kofo bi sa o
na dey lie on no be. Abi di ono wa bro party no ono mo bro party chodo upon chodo dey eye.
E to kwa no mi twa so and I'm a party nam say unia entofo ani entofo am sa kwai onye na adwen o keka ne ma boma from the time oye na adwen say from the time say from the time Johnny is upper president. Any niema wa ya wo serialize na. Onye on conclude say papa we onye na adwen so upper president. E yaw bitterness any niema ehye mu okasa onye opportunity just any niema wo ye nyina tuntimi hu say
out of the abundance of the heart speaketh the
I am a person with time with bitterness in a mocam. A dear man, I decided I should can a Japan. Because once I'm not able to come contrast is what you did in what you did in so what
yeah yes
and then the years of the year, the year to us.
The voice. Say yes, I not or yet devilish behavior. What energy ministry? Over 20.
We are disrespect.
Even at the time, we lose primaries, put me in a contract. And then Kwabena Japan said it one time. I said, look, just see a more, but go for time, basing the not contract and can say, I'm just praying. Me say I saw for like they started do doctors on decentralizing. Ade anke esi achichem na anke nipa nya. Ono nko ya sesama no. There be na ya.
boys I wanted to come for